Which of your Olympic medals gave you the most satisfaction?
Well, the gold medal, obviously, would be the most significant in the keirin. Mainly, I was told that I would never make a good keirin rider because I wasn't strong enough. So I spent a lot of time in the preparation to London 2012 trying to sprint longer, further, on bigger gears so that I could attack every race a bit like Chris Hoy does. So take the lead, dictate the race, dictate the pace of it, and fight off any potential attacks. I made a point of attacking earlier than anyone would think I would in every single race, but ensuring that I had the speed and ability to stay there.
Over that 4-year period between 2008 and 2012, there were about 1 million more people on the road cycling, and many of them were women. And I think that Victoria had a massive hand in that. And she had stardust, she had quality, and she, again, went back into those communities and made sure that people understood not just what she'd achieved, but the potential for others to do exactly the same.
When she got a gold medal, absolutely incredible. So proud, crying, screaming, everything. You know, the support at the London 2012 in the velodrome was absolutely incredible.
So what does it feel like? You're lining up in an Olympic final, all those years of preparation going into it, and the pin drop moment. What sort of turmoil, inner turmoil, are you going through?
Well, it's really amazing how many people think elite sports people just don't get nervous. I think you just do a much better job of concealing your nerves. The stakes get higher and the consequences get bigger. Having adrenaline and being in the moment and being ready to fight or flight is an essential part of being the best version of an athlete that you can be. So you kind of don't look at it badly, you just think, yeah, it's my body getting ready to say, let's go. So you start welcoming these feelings.
Did you have any doubts at all about taking on another 4-year cycle and going for gold in London 2012, or was a home Olympics a massive driving force for you?
The opportunity to perform on home turf at that level is so unlikely in your lifetime, so unlikely, that you just had to give it a go. It's a huge blessing and a huge curse in equal quantities. A blessing because you know that it would mean so much to the nation, and a curse because the expectation and pressure is just so extremely high and there's no avoiding it. Like every billboard, every advertisement, it was always there, it was always there. And that was really difficult to manage at times. There were times where, you know, you're in turmoil, thinking when you're halfway between 2 Olympic cycles. And I remember Sir Steve Redgrave talking about that moment where you're 2 years in and, you know, the last Olympics is a dot on the horizon behind you and the next one is a dot on the horizon in front of you and you're in like a no man's land.
Is it also a big opportunity for you to grow your profile and give you a chance to bring some income in through sponsorship? You're doing it for the pursuit of a goal or a dream or a challenge, and often there is no financial gain, and when it's all over, you're having to literally start again.
The coverage that you see of women's sport is tiny. If you think about, of all sports people in the UK, 40% are women, yet the media coverage of women's sport is about 4%. So again, a massive disconnect. And I think it's a huge opportunity for brands because it's an area which is uncluttered because there aren't a lot of brands in this space. It's an area, if you really look at getting behind and championing female sport and female up-and-coming sports heroes, you get in early, and you're also saying something about your brand as well.
I was in a very lucky and fortunate position that there were sponsorship opportunities, more than I'd ever imagined in my life, that could exist, and people around you are married and settled and have kids and mortgages and savings and pensions and all these things, and you've just been riding around in circles really fast. That's all you've been doing for very, very little prize money.
In the run-up to London 2012, at what point did you decide that you were going to retire after that? Or was that decision in any way forced upon you?
I was very aware and made very aware that there was some young female talent coming through. It was always highlighted that they were going faster than I was and that they were going to supersede me very shortly. Kind of was reminded almost on a daily basis that my time was coming to an end. They were being encouraged to beat me because that's what they wanted. They wanted them to be better than me. So what they do is they'd play down my performance and play up theirs. It got to that point, you know, when you think, if we are really nasty to somebody, maybe they'll just disappear and we won't have to get rid of them or fire them.
We'll make it so uncomfortable that they'll just disappear.
That they'll just go, and that was fundamentally what happened. I was like, I can't live like this anymore, to be perfectly honest. I want to be surrounded by positive people who make me feel good about myself. Managing certain personalities at work was what really broke me. It was a struggle walking into the velodrome with my head up and my shoulders back most days, knowing that there was individuals there vying for me to be replaced as soon as possible. I felt like I'd been made to feel so unwelcome there that I had no other option than to leave.
Knowing what it meant to her and that she was planning on retiring after 2012, it was even more moving to watch her know that she succeeded in what, you know, she would have been absolutely gutted if she hadn't have got a gold medal in any of her races. If she'd even got a silver, I think she would have been miffed.